One TV special report.
That hit his convoy. O, abinin ko, ang maong pagsulay, grabe. Kaya kung kinsa tong natsagasaan sa atong reforma, grabe, gayon ang ilahang na mapukan ang ato ang administrasyon. So that ang uban ka nato siguro masayad na yan. And I would like to share nga there was that daring attempt. There was that daring attempt to assassinate your leader. I said, daring not to be successful. Adunay collateral damage to 20 to 30 people ang na-involved. This is validated because I had met the assassin. The assassin talked to me and niyon siya tungod sa iyang pag-validate na kita diri sa mismo maayon kita ang atong history sa atong pag-overcome from a home of an organized crime group, from the illegal drug capital of Mindanao. Kita, we survived, we fought for that case, and then mga tarong mata. Ang inyong leader, tarong, so that validate niya sa'yo ang information. He was telling me na there were those he had consulted, advising not to postpone the plan because tarong na tao ang leader sa Asenso. Just last week, I met one of his advisors. Dili na ko kaila, but resulti siya na ako kang istorya tungod kay sa akong pagkailanin mo tarong ka nga tao. Kaning imong tuyo kanako karon walay problema. Tabangan kanako ay mga kaayon kana sa imong probinsya o iyang isultihan nga siya ang usa nga may advice sa assassin na ayaw buhata ang maong plano kay si Governor Henry Waminal Taro na pagkatao. Akong bisibin mo nga kita, kamo, sa atong pagbuhat o matarong, aduna ragyahapon kaayuhan. It might not be that immediate, pero doon ragyahapon impact. Kaya imagine, tao na dili mo higala, may advice na ayaw o ihawa ng tawhana kaysa akong pagkailang tarong siya na pa. Ang atong mga challenges, meaning atong desire sa Asenso vision. Nagpadayon in it comes in any other aspect. Because our economic drivers here, dili lang agriculture, dili lang tourism, no? And so many others. Another pagsulay was that accident that happened last Friday. So, itong kaubang public servants, Obaki escorted the organizers of our Miss Universe Philippines. Kaya gusto na to i-promote ang probinsya. Turismo. Kaysa turismo, daghan ang tao na muanhi. Pag daghan tao, it is an economic undertaking. Kaya bukas ito ang tao, basta mga anak sa mga lugar. We are showcasing our mountain areas. Don Victoriano, where the incident happened. Another kapagsulay, which we have to be very strong. So, buot pasabot nga kining atong quest na makapot ang atong asinso vision nga ang misabisno magpuyong, malinaw, malabuon, o malibay. While we have achieved that level of accomplishment, pero ubay-ubay na sa ang mga pagsulay nga atong ginoon. Buot pasabot nga gikinahanglan ta kay wa pa man nato ma-fully achieve ang maong tingog. Karon isip inyong garbo as chairperson of the Regional Development Council of Northern Mindanao, akong gi-reaffirm ang akong unwavering commitment nga atong ma-advance ang atuang governance nga atong gina-espouse nga dili sa istorya lamang, dili optics, but it should go more than words. We shall go beyond optics and ensure that every program we implement creates real impact. And again, I had mentioned this in our Agri Summit. Some of you were participants. This is a real impact that, like the proverbial saying, when eaten, mabati nato ang kahawa. In our governance, we interpret SILIC to mean strategic, impactful, and legacy-building initiative. Sa akong mga fellow misabismo, today, let us remember that everything we do in all activities and in this summit contributes not only to the progress of our beloved province, but also to the overall development of Northern Mindanao. Let us use this summit to forge a stronger partnership between national agencies and local government units. After our Agri Summit, I heard very nice words and commendations from our Department of Agriculture senior executives na ang maong summit nakapaligon sa relationship o ilang limang hinako to duplicate the same in other areas. It is a collaboration not only of the national and local government units, but also between public institutions and private enterprises. That's why we have here the different business leaders in our province. It is between government and civil society. Let us agree on clear targets, measurable outcomes, and concrete action steps that will accelerate poverty reduction in our province. Again, as your leader, I encourage each of you to actively participate, share your insights, and commit to actionable solutions. Let us ensure that when we leave this summit, we do so not only with renewed commitment, but with a unified roadmap that will bring real change to our communities. Earlier, ako gipanghambog ni Sekretaryo niya ang atong informal settlers diri sa probinsya, a showcase sa Laman housing, and also that of the Malauban housing na ang urban core dito nato Garisito. Ako gipanghambog niya na ang atong condo units ipanghatag is 44 square meters libre o ang 48 square meters na single detached housing sa Malauban, Osami City, libre. O ako siyang gingnan, nabili kayo ni maayong og appetite sa 4H housing program. Kung ka to 27 square meters, may bayad pa. And he made mention na murag dirira sa ato ang probinsya, no? Nahitabo ang maong proyekto sa housing na libre. Kung ako pang gidumagan na ang urban core nga occupants karon dito sa Malauban, they don't call anymore urban core, but urban rich. Together, let us turn with speed Misamis Occidental into a very progressive province. Again, aligned with our vision of Asenso, Misamis Occidental, kung sa klase nga pag-asenso, dili lamang sa ato ang komunidad ng Kalipuyan. Dili lang sa kagwapo sa atong kadalanan, kundi ang maong pag-asenso mabati sa pamuyo sa tao. Kasi nga pamuyo, ang atong pagpuyo. Kitang Misamis to, pagpuyo, malinaw. Pagpuyo, malabo. O pagpuyo, malinaw. Kaya na ito ng kupol with our core values. Ang atong core values na isasama gapon na sa impact po. The core values of another five things, misabis matinaho ang atong pagka-respeto sa atong isig katao o sa mga katao. Pagka-matinudan ang atong pagka-matinudanan dili lamang sa atong pamilya, sa atong personal na pamilya, kundi sa atong pagpanalangin. Pagka matinabangon, pagka mahigugman, o labaw sa tanan, pagka maampo. O pinagi sa atong panagkiusap, sa atong makanunay na panagtinabangay, kini ato makapo. O with this, nining ato karon nga anti-poverty summit, kaninyong tanan, participating agencies, and my fellow public servants, akong ipaabot ang akong dako pagpasalamat sa inyong walay puas na pagserbisyo para sa atong probinsya o sa tibuok Region 10. In this context, I warmly welcome you all to this Misamis Occidental Anti-Poverty Summit 2026. Asinso, Misamis Occidental, o padayon kita para sa mas asinso na Northern Mindanao. Daghang salamat.
Once again, our novel governor of the province of Misamis Occidental and also the chairperson, the regional governor, for inspiring message and a strong leadership toward poverty reduction and sustainable.
Thank you for the introduction. Governor Henry Uminal, also the RDC chairperson, ang ating pong DepDep Regional Director, RD Maylapay Aurora Marino, ang ating mga SP members under the leadership of Vice Governor Rowena Gutierrez, at ang ating pong mga kasama dito sa mga Regional Director, Regional Director Bruce Culao, PILG, Assistant Regional Director Denise Villamor, and Regional Director ng DSWD, Lupelia Uwayan, ang ating pong ARD at ang ating Provincial Planning Officer. Ang ating pong mga butihing mayors na nandito, ang lahat ng mga kasama sa national government, civil society organizations na nandito po ngayon. Kami po ni Gov. Henry ay unang nakita sa Moscow, Russia, when we represented the Philippines as delegates to the International Festival of Youth and Students. That was the time where the Philippines was establishing diplomatic relations with socialist countries like China, Cuba, Russia, and Vietnam. And that was also the time that the Philippines is gearing towards industrialization, where we have a program of 11 captains of industry. But we all know that it was partially aborted, and medyo naiwan ang Pilipinas comparado sa mga ASEAN member countries. We are only second to Japan dati, pero naiwanan po tayo. Pero huwag kayong mag-alala, hindi pa naman tayo nalalagpasan ng Laos. hindi pa po tayo malalaos. Ang Pilipinas ay marami pang asset at in terms of poverty, since the establishment of the National Anti-Poverty Commission, where poverty incidence was 33%, sa ngayon po ay bababa na natin ito ng kalahati. And it is an honor to be part of this Misamis Occidental Provincial Anti-Poverty Summit. We extend our appreciation to the Department of Economy, Planning and Development, Regional Office 10, the Regional Development Council, Northern Mindanao, the lawmakers from Region 10, and the provincial government of Misamis Occidental for organizing, endorsing, and supporting the series of important engagement. I frequently visited Misamis Occidental since 2010, when we have projects here under the Southeast Asian Regional Center for Agriculture. We could focus food production assistance to vulnerable sectors covering several municipalities of Misamis Occidental. We were implementing the concept of participatory approach under the Reach to Reap approach, and was also part of the team that provided assistance to Illegal Gay Alliance of Misamis Occidental. Yung pong experience niyo sa Ibamo was documented and published in ASEAN Journal of Agriculture, and I was one of the authors of that ecosystems approach to fisheries. The National Anti-Poverty Commission is the national government agency lead in coordinating and monitoring poverty reduction efforts. We also serve as advisory body for the government social reform agenda, ensuring that the voices of the basic sectors are heard through consultations and multi-sectoral dialogue. The chairperson of the commission is no other than the President of the Republic, President Ferdinand Marcos Jr. From the inception of our agency in June 30, 1998 through Republic Act 8425 for the Social Reform and Poverty Alleviation Act, the principles of inclusive development and people's participation in governance have been clearly laid down and continue to guide our work. NAPSI brings together the government sector, which is composed now of 27 national government agencies, the 4 leagues, local government units, the League of Provinces, League of Cities, League of Municipalities, and Liga ng mga Barangay. Kaya po yung mga LGUs ay bahagi rin ng National Anti-Poverty Commission. The government sector is being led by a vice chairperson appointed by the President, who is the LPP President and Governor of South Cotabato, Reynaldo S. Tabayo Jr. So mula nanggaling po sa LPP, sa LGU, ang Vice Chairperson ng basic sector, ng government sector. And 14 basic sectors representing the country's most marginalized groups to formulate policy recommendations and monitor the implementation of the Philippines Anti-Poverty Reduction Programs. The statutory national government agencies included in the NAPSI are the Department of Agriculture, Department of Labor and Employment, Department of Education, Department of Health, Department of Social Welfare and Development, and the Department of Economy, Planning and Development, formerly NEDA, Department of Environment and Natural Resources, Department of Budget and Management, Department of Finance, Department of Trade and Industry, Department of Agrarian Reform and Presidential Commission for the Urban Poor. Yan pong mga ahensya na yan ang dating mga kasapi ng NAPSI as mandated by law. But it is expanded to other agencies catering to the partnership with the basic sectors such as the Department of Human Settlements and Urban Development, Department of Migrant Workers, NCIP, NYC, CHED, TESDA, CDA, NCSC, PCW, NCDA, among others. Lumaki na po yung National Anti-Poverty Commission, and through NAPSI, we're able to continue the dialogue and partnership between the government and the basic sector. The 14 basic sectors include the artisanal fisher folk, children, cooperatives, formal labor and migrant workers, farmers and landless rural workers, indigenous peoples, non-government organizations, persons with disabilities, senior citizens, the rural poor, victims of disasters and calamities, workers in the informal sectors, women, and youth and students. Sila din po ang inyong mga constituents sa inyong mga local government units. The basic sector also form the basic sector councils. They compose of elected representatives from among the 1,400 network of organization from civil society, people's organization, and community-based groups. These councils outline the legislative and executive agenda, assess the on-the-ground situation of their respective sectors, and advance their welfare across various levels of governance. Currently, the NAPSI basic sectors is headed by the acting vice chairperson, who is Mr. Perno Ignaya from the Farmers and Landless Workers Central Council. He is also from Northern Mindanao in Igong. The basic sector also formed the 18 regional basic sectors coordinating council. They are coordinating with different regional line agencies. Another mandate of the NAPSI is to ensure the implementation of Republic Act 11291 or the Magna Carta of the Poor, which guarantees 5 fundamental rights for every Filipino. Number 1, adequate food. Second, decent work. Third, quality and relevant education. Fourth, adequate housing. And fifth, the highest attainable standard of health. Ito po ang mga kaunay karapatan na dapat nakukuha ng bawat Pilipino. The social reform agenda mandated the NAPSI to formulate the National Anti-Poverty Action Agenda, which is a comprehensive development blueprint formulated by the government in the basic sector. The agenda addresses poverty through multi-dimensional lens. Hindi lang po income ang tinitingnan ng NAPSI. We are targeting 4 interrelated pillars: the social, economic, ecological, and governance dimensions. Further, the Magna Carta of the Poor mandated the NAPSI to facilitate the formulation of the National Poverty Reduction Plan. NAPSI prepared the policy framework on poverty reduction, focusing on these 2 laws. Yung pong SRA at MCP, with the addition of the Community-Based Monitoring System Act. This framework is fundamentally aligned with the Philippine Development Plan, with ultimate target contribution to the United Nations Sustainable Development Goals and Ambition 2040, particularly SDG on zero hunger and no poverty. Both SRA and MCP mandated the local government units to formulate and implement the respective local poverty reduction action plan for LPRAC. Noon po pong 1998 at inulit pa noong 2019, sinasabi na ang mga pamahalang lokal ay dapat merong local poverty reduction action plan. This is the recognition that our local government units are in the front line development and the fight against poverty. And looking at your CDPs or your comprehensive development plans, there are already many elements on poverty reduction already included, and we budget from your respective annual investment program. For the MPRT, NAPSI entered a joint memorandum circular with DepDev, DILG, DSWD, and PSA. And for local poverty reduction action plan, NAPSI and DILG already issued guidelines or joint memorandum circular on the formulation and implementation of local poverty reduction action planning on provinces, cities, and municipalities. Kaya ngayon po ay nagpagtulong kami sa lahat ng local government units kung paano natin ito maisasagawa. It is also the mandate of the NAPSI to ensure that the poverty reduction policies and programs are harmonized with the national, regional, and local development plans. And this is the reason why we are actively working with the Regional Development Council and the Local Development Council. Today, NAPSI has conducted orientation on MCT with all provinces and almost all cities and municipalities nationwide. Together with DILG, NAPSI is now facilitating the formulation of the Local Poverty Reduction Action Committee and formulation of Local Poverty Reduction Action Plan. Sa aming pong palagay, ang LPRAP ay merong kabuluhan sa ating laban sa poverty reduction. What is the value of LPRAP in poverty reduction? We expect that LPRAP will calibrate and refocus as necessary the comprehensive development plan of LGUs to address poverty based on the new granular data generated by the community-based monitoring system, where the poor families and their needs are already identified. And by addressing those, the minimum basic needs and the Magna Carta of the poor will likewise be addressed. Further, we expect that LPRAPs will be convergence mechanism of the national government agencies, local government units, development partners, and private sector to focus their development interventions and address the focus communities where the poverty persists. Ano po ba itong nakita natin ng mga focus areas and sectors? Based on data and information from PSA, doon sa lumabas po na basic sector poverty incidence data, ang mga pangunahin pong sektor na maraming mahihirap, una ay ang indigenous peoples. Sa taya po ng NCIP ay merong around 12 to 14 million IP population. Pangalawa po ay ang mga magsasaka o mangingisda with 2.3 million and more than around 30% of these belong to poverty groups. Farmers, 4.2 million, small farmers. Again, around 30% of them are considered belong to the poor families.